Hello, everyone.
What's
This is Richard with the Idle Musings of the Nerd Mind with my absolutely beautiful co host, or host,
Princess?
not co host, host.
No co-host. Come on.
No,
Princess
we're
Delicious.
your
Princess
host.
Delicious in the house.
Your host. This is ours. This is ours.
We are co-hosting it, however. Yes, we are
Well,
co-hosting
we're
it.
both co-hosting it, but we're
Yes.
both hosts. How about
Okay.
that?
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Listen,
You're like,
I'm
I
not
like
attacked.
it.
I'm not
I
attacked.
like
Yeah. So my name, which Richard gave me right before we started this evening or today, whenever you see this, Princess Delicious.
the
Okay.
Princess Delicious. That
There
is
you
her.
go.
That is her name right now. Just saying.
I'm
I'm just
going with
saying.
it. I love it. It's
Oh
awesome.
my goodness. So I'm gonna have to make that stick. So hopefully when I go to Austin
Hmm.
later and what
Hmm.
have you. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll get a
Anyway.
T-shirt. It's fine. That's fine.
Oh my god, if you do, you better get me one too.
You give me Princess Delicious as well. Yes,
I'll wear it.
I know you
I
will.
will wear it. Walking around
Oh
on
my
campus. Oh
god.
my god. People will be like, aren't you too old to wear
Mm-mm,
that?
never,
All
never.
I have to do is shave. They won't say that. Wear a hat. So there. Oh my god. Please tell us about
Richard,
you. I know you're gonna tell us later about your the special thing that you did with Final
distant
Fantasy.
worlds.
Yes. But
Yes.
what else have you been up to? Let's go ahead and
Oh,
go there.
what else have I been up to? Well, this past weekend, my client actually, I told you I really don't do events anymore, and then one of my clients, who's the only one I actually have here in Texas, had a benefit
Hmm.
for her nonprofit. So that happened this
Okay.
past weekend. So yeah, if y'all are, we are raising funds for to start a sanctuary home, basically for teens aging out of foster care.
Oh my
So
god. Like
yeah,
me?
yeah,
Like me?
that's right. Oh my gosh, Richard. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
But
we're
I have my dad. I have my dad. He's
yeah,
just
I
like,
mean you
stay
had
here.
yeah.
Take
So
Louis.
but they're now like they're older, right? And so it's like
Right.
now
They don't
it's
have
kind of like
anyone.
they don't have
They don't have
anybody, and it's kind of
anybody.
like it's a big leap to now be like, oh, now you're an adult supposed to take care of yourself, and you
No,
like
they'll
have to
push you
build.
out. They'll
Yeah,
push you out.
so
They won't even
so
think
yeah,
twice
so
about
she's starting this in San Antonio. It's called the Treasure Protege. It's called actually the Protege Sanctuary is the home, and we're still fundraising for that. So if y'all
it.
feel called to, please support that. But we did have our first annual benefit this past Saturday. So yeah.
So, are they going to build housing, or has the housing
No,
already?
actually, they're leasing a home. We're going to start with 4 girls, I believe,
Cool.
in San Antonio. So
So it's just one home.
right now, yeah, because it's not
Okay.
it's a small nonprofit, and it's just this is
Right.
the first the first one. So we see how it goes. We still need to
It-
raise
and
the funds.
people, and you and I know this. In doing events and stuff, people
Hmm.
want to see it successful,
Hmm.
and they want to see
Hmm.
numbers. They want to see numbers to back it up.
Right, right.
So, so that
Yeah,
they
that's
can
why this first
move
one was
forward.
definitely more, friends and family. That those
Mhm.
initial that seed funding has got to come from people who know and love you. So
Yeah.
that's what we're starting with. But it's been great so far. They've done a great job. The board has been amazing. But yeah, there's just a little ways to go. So yeah, I will share the link for that.
Please do. Please do. We want to definitely do it. I think if you send it to me later, we could attach
Okay.
it to this.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So,
So it
but
goes to all the places.
absolutely
Hmm.
put it out there on
Okay.
the Idle Musings Facebook page. So
Oh,
go for it.
fantastic! It's going
And
down.
what else is going on, Mama?
Other than distant worlds,
Yep.
you want to talk about distant worlds?
What?
Final Fantasy. Do you want to talk about Final Fantasy Distant Worlds
No,
content?
no, no, not yet. But
No.
it's like I'm just like, what is going on with you?
What else? I mean, that's plenty. Like juggling clients, getting ready for this holiday season, which is already feeling like a lot.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Where are you going? Where you...
Friendsgiving for sure, and my
Oh,
friend
you're
Joy.
not going home. You're not
No,
gonna go home to.
I don't usually go for Thanksgiving, but my friend Joy, her name is Joy.
Mm,
Yes, we are the Joys. She moved
mm,
away. Oh my gosh, is it like a year now? No, a little less than a year. But so she's coming back into town. So I get to see
mm,
her. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna go to our friend Shavannah.
mm,
Shout out to Joy and Shavannah. Whoop whoop. See y'all next week. It's just more that feeling of like end of the year. Everybody's like crunching to
yeah,
get stuff done before
yeah,
the new year. So it's just like really busy. So yeah.
yeah.
What about
There.
you?
What
Oh,
I was. Oh Lord. So
speaking of
intern
crunch.
internship.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I'm I'm tired, but it's a good tired because I'm helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm helping people, with rent assistance. I'm
Mm-hmm.
helping uh, this older gentleman. He got kicked out of his apartment
Mm-hmm.
and has horrible credit. And like our whole team is sitting down and they're just like, what the hell are we going to do? I'm like, to me, it's simple.
Yeah.
He needs to go to people who are renting out rooms right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, get something that's big enough. He has his own bathroom, his own
Mm-hmm.
entrance,
Yeah.
um, and let's look within this price window of what he can rent.
Mm-hmm.
So at least with people who are like renting rooms or parts of the house or whatever, they really don't do a credit check. You know,
Yeah.
um, it's more about feeling with them. If they like
Mm-hmm.
you, trust you, what have
Right.
you, they may say, "Hey, do you have a job? Are you going to pay for this
I
or what
mean,
have you?"
that's kind of
That
important. Yeah.
that and they're
Yeah.
not just going to give it to you.
Right.
They're going to do some kind of check in, but usually
Mm-hmm.
it's not a credit check.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
um, so been doing that, but it's a good tired, and
But
it's to tell you the truth, it's just gotten worse. Like my supervisor was telling me the other day, and she's been doing this kind of work for a while, and she
mm-hmm.
said, "Richard, I've never seen it this bad before."
Oh no.
She's like, there are so many people who are getting
Mm-hmm.
kicked out of their apartments,
Mm-hmm.
almost going homeless or are homeless. And so we're really like stocking up, especially right before Thanksgiving.
Right.
We have a food pantry there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we really stocked it up. And
Good.
we got Thanksgiving stuff right, and we
Yes.
did. We got
Good.
like
Good.
yeah, we got like canned pumpkin. I'm like, what are they going to do? Can they cook? Did you ask? I'm like,
I
they
don't know.
they can
Yeah.
eat it. They
Yeah.
can just eat it. Open the can, go crazy. We got some cranberry sauce too.
Mm-hmm. Get that cranberry sauce.
All together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad that we
Mhm.
did that,
Good.
and
Yeah.
of course,
What?
papers,
I was
tests,
gonna
like
say
everything's coming like right
all
before.
that part.
Right before they're just like, "Oh, we're gonna pour it out. Is that okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is worth what? I don't know, half my grade, 500 points. Okay, no pressure. I
Wow.
got it. Yeah, yeah." And it's after Thanksgiving, it's only gonna get more a little
Right.
bit crazier. But the internship is going well. My
Wonderful.
classes are doing well. I love my professors. They're
Yay.
amazing.
So good.
Um,
When do you wrap up this semester? Is it
December 11th,
okay? All right.
and we go back in January.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when we go back to school
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
everything. And it was a little, oh, I will say this, it was a little bit of a challenge
Mhm.
registering for classes this year because not because like I had bad grades, but I
Mhm.
had a medical hold on like trying to register, and I'm just
Okay.
like, okay, so what's this about? I'm like,
Mhm.
no. And
Mm-mm.
they're like this, oh, we need your record for your mumps, your
Oh,
rubella, and
yeah.
all of this stuff. And I'm just like, okay, first off, this is my third semester. Where
Right.
was this semester one?
Right. That's weird.
Second,
Yeah.
second, you know my age, and
I've
you get
heard.
these things at 1 years old. Really? We're gonna go try to do. Oh, and the third thing, I'm
Yeah.
a foster kid,
I
so
mean,
my records are everywhere.
oh
You know, and I'm like,
no.
look, I made it through elementary, middle school, high
Right.
school. You
Yeah.
know, and they didn't ask about it at my other college. You know, and so I I had to do it two ways. I had
Yeah.
to try to fill out this exemption form and what have you, a non medical, and then my doctor, I love him, Dr. White, I love you.
Ooh,
He's like, Richard, just come up here and take some, let's take some blood. You could do that. And how we're going to do this is through your blood, we can find out if you have immunity.
okay.
And I'm
Wow.
like, oh, thinking outside the box. You're amazing. That was amazing. So I got both.
Yeah.
I got both.
Woohoo.
I
All
turned
right.
them in. They're like, we only
Covered.
need one. I'm like, no, you will take both because I worked for
That's
this.
right.
And like the guy was like, okay.
Immune.
I'm like, I'm done with this. Anything else? Do I need anything else? And he was like, no, no, you're good.
Hey, getting great, getting
Yeah,
great.
I went there and made sure. I emailed
Yeah.
it, and
Hmm.
then I went.
Listen, he's not
I
playing.
mean, I was almost
Trying
late for
to
giving
learn.
classes. I mean, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you're like, I'm trying to learn here. Why are y'all like
Well,
putting
I'm
up all
trying
these
to
obstacles?
register, and people are ravenous, and they're going up in there and taking everything because I have to take a science.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I took a science, I took a biology, I took
Hmm.
botany at
Okay.
Texas State University.
Interesting. Yeah.
And evidently, the new requirement to get
Mhm.
your bachelor's to
Yeah.
transfer,
Uh-huh.
you have to take two sciences. Yeah. And you have to take two histories now. So I already have one.
Okay. Hmm.
Now I got to take another one. So I'm
Yes.
almost there.
Okay. Yes.
2005.
Listen. Woo.
2005, I'm transferring
Awesome.
because I talked to my academic advisor,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, 2005. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Perfect.
I'm ready. I'm
All right. Just
doing
day
everything I need to
by
be doing.
day.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready. But we need to start talking about nerd things. So let's
Nerdy
go.
things. I mean, school is kind of nerdy. Let's be honest. Science and history.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. But Thanksgiving, I'm gonna kind of
Thanksgiving.
forget about it and do this a lot
Yes.
while I'm cooking.
Are
Oh,
you, yes.
what I'm doing for
Yes.
Thanksgiving
I was gonna
is
say.
spending. So, you know, my friend Brad and Stephanie, they used to
Mm-hmm.
live in Austin. They moved
Mm-hmm.
here. Brad and I went to college at Texas State, it was Southwest Texas at the
Okay.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're spending it together because they usually
Wonderful.
go,
Somewhere.
and
Yeah.
it's like because they have a kid, and
Yeah. Right.
all the grandparents are like, when I'm gonna see my baby,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, not this year.
It's
We are
exhausting, especially
going.
when it's one day, right? And then
Yeah, but
both
and
sides of the family.
his birthday is like super close to Christmas.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
So they're like, we want to give him. I mean, they've had
Yeah.
like birthday parties. He's about to turn 3, so I think with some of his friends and stuff like that, and with us, we haven't like really had a birthday with them. So they're
That'll
staying
be
here
fun.
uh, over Thanksgiving.
You're
I'm
gonna
going
make
over
all
there.
of the things. I know.
Yeah, we're gonna cook. You
Mhm.
know, I'm gonna cook. Steph's gonna cook, and then because they're vegan and gluten free, love them, but I need meat. So we're we're gonna come back here, like Tom and I,
You
Tom's
gotta
going
put
with
that
me, and then
down
we're
when it's
coming back
Thanksgiving.
here.
You gotta be like, because we need the mac and cheese, though. I'm just saying, what?
Right? I'm like this. You know?
Oh my
I
god!
need something
Yeah.
that used to have a head.
Oh,
It's like
you're crazy, crazy.
I love them. I love
Yes,
it.
right.
I them
Absolutely,
too. I love
absolutely.
like vegan
Listen, that's
meals,
some.
and
That is very. That's admirable because I mean, I should do these things. However, no.
but it's just it's not me.
Yes, that's okay.
Not
That's good.
all the time. Not all
Yeah,
the time.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I will say that. But during Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
need like my headless meat,
That sounds
whatever.
terrible.
I don't know what to say. But anyway,
Richard, okay, now we're gonna move on because I don't even
okay,
know.
now we can move on.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, what would you like to talk about now, sir?
Oh my God.
But
Okay,
not the
so
headless
I
honey.
want to talk about you. Could you please tell us about this chorus that was Final Fantasy that took place in Austin? Just tell us
Did
all about it. How did
did.
this come about?
Well, when folks and they know you, they like reach out and they're like, "Hey, are you available?" So an amazing opportunity, obviously. So Distant Worlds, they've been doing this concert tour. I think it's had different iterations of this for like 15 years. That's what
Oh
they were
my
saying.
God.
And Arnie Roth is the conductor, Grammy winning conductor.
Oh
So
my
basically,
God.
how it went down here in Austin was like they contact people here. It was a Bass concert hall, so they contact
Oh.
folks at Bass and is like, okay, I need you to big venue.
Mhm.
I need you to pull together like symphony orchestra folks and then pull together a choir. So they reached out to my former choir director to help with pulling together the choir.
Oh.
So yeah, so I got, and the thing is, it's you know, real fast because it's basically we had two rehearsals. The rest of the time we just have to, I actually had to work. I had to practice a lot. It was like
That's
10
that's
songs
how
that
it is.
was on, right? So
Yeah.
basically, we had one rehearsal that was just running through everything with the choir. Actually, I guess you could say two and a half rehearsals. Um, running everything for the first time, and then the second time we meet was the day before the concert with the conductor because he'd flown in, and he, whipped us into shape a little bit. He's like, try that again with on the right notes this time. You're like, oh, great.
Okay. All right. Second rehearsal or first? Which
It's
one?
the
I
second
don't.
rehearsal. But yeah, right. But I mean, it was like basically we had all this
Oh,
time to like work it. We had to work it on our own, so that was
yeah.
that. And it was good too because then when you get to that second rehearsal, then you can be like, oh, this is where I still need to like tweak some things,
Mhm.
and also hear how he wants things to sound. So that was
Mhm.
helpful. And then the Friday of the concert, we have the rehearsal with the orchestra. So
Oh my God.
it was
So
amazing.
y'all did it. Y'all
Yeah.
had to show up early
Oh yeah.
and practice with them, and then you had it.
Yes. Correct.
Woo! That
Every
is a
one day.
tight
But it was
window.
fun. Huh?
No, I'm sure it was fun, but
Yeah.
wow, what a tight window.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, trying to get everything done.
All of it in. But I tell you, the orchestra, I mean, the symphony players, and most of them play in the Austin Symphony. Amazing because it's like we had the rehearsal, and as the things are rocky, but by the time show came, it was so tight. I was like,
Yeah, y'all got it.
what just
That's
happened?
how it
Like,
usually
boom.
is.
Yeah,
That's how it
true,
usually
true. I mean, they're
is.
they're
So,
professionals. It's solid. But it
yeah.
was great. It was literally like almost sold out. And you know how big Bass Concert Hall is, right? I don't even remember.
That's concert hall is
It's big.
huge.
It's big.
Yeah, it's
Almost sold
really
out.
big.
Full of nerds. Fantastic.
Right. Oh my
And so they
God.
had a big screen, like they're showing visuals of the game, but we couldn't see it as a choir because we are like behind it. But it
Right,
was just
right.
great, hearing their responses to things and certain songs that we sang, like what was it called? Those Chosen by the Planet. They just went insane over, and it was just like, it was just, it was great. It was just awesome, and I got to sing with a bunch of my friends that I've sang with in various choirs, so that was really fun.
See, oh my goodness, I'm
Yeah,
so excited and proud of you. Look at
yeah, thank
you,
you.
like getting out there, doing something
Yeah,
like that. This is special. I mean, like
yeah,
being able to do and sing Final Fantasy, like one of the most popular games
yeah,
ever.
right,
Uh,
yeah,
I do have a question. Did
yes.
they show clips from the animated movies? Because I have some of the animated movies. Did they do
I
that, or
don't
did they
know
do? Okay, you don't know.
because
Okay,
I couldn't see anything. I'm feeling like it was just the game though.
or cutscenes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They might have, honestly, but we couldn't see the videos. That was one of the like the things that he was really most concerned about because he's watching the video and we have to time. He has to time the music because he knows the length of the video or the clip that they're showing.
Right.
So he was
That's
like, if we're lagging, I might have to like speed y'all up, or might have a more of a sustain so that we can, kill some time. That didn't really happen, but that was the thing where he's like watching
right.
the video and also making sure the music is on time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm
Yeah,
so happy for you. I'm sure it
it
was a wonderful experience.
was. It really was. It was so special.
Oh wow. That doesn't come often. That kind of opportunity doesn't come
Yeah,
often.
that's why I was just kind of like, I have the availability for the both days that they were gonna have the rehearsals, and then it was like it was just like such a marry of excuse me, music and nerd life. So
Yeah.
I just
Oh
had to
my
say it.
gosh. So I wish I was there. It breaks my heart that I wasn't there because it's like I love, like Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
like the movies.
Hmm.
It when I got the animated movies, I was just like, okay, I kind of know, but I really don't, and
Yeah.
it made me dive into it a little bit more and learn more about
Yeah. That's the
it.
fun part of it, right?
And that was fun. That was
Yes,
really,
yes,
really
yes.
fun.
So yeah,
So,
they're touring all over the world. Their next stop will be in Montreal, um,
oh,
in December.
that's
Yeah,
my favorite place. I love
yeah, I
Montreal.
know Montreal's great. Not in
It's
December though. I'm sorry, not
so
gonna
cool.
lie. Like, no,
You're like, oh, are we gonna go? Oh, my
not
bag's already packed.
in December. I go in the summertime.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
But anyway, it was very very special. So yeah, that's how it went down. Hmm.
That is fantastic. That
Yeah.
is really great. Oh my God, you
Thank
get to
you.
do some fun things, girl.
So true, so true. I know
You
when these
do.
things come along, I just have to say yes and then figure it out, because I was like, you say yes and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I gotta learn all this music now.
Oh,
Hold up,
oh,
hold
I
up.
gotta do this, and I
Ah,
gotta work, and I gotta
yes,
do it.
yes.
So I'm sure it was
It was like a
insane.
lot of high notes because I was in soprano, so I sang soprano
Yeah.
too. So there's
Oh
very
my
high
God.
notes, and then
Yeah.
we're singing in Latin and all other things. So anyway,
Yeah. Oh
it
my
was good.
God. I'm a tenor. I'm a tenor. Is it first base? Second tenor, first base.
Okay. Yep.
That's my
Hmm.
rank
Yes.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Lovely.
goodness.
Yeah, the men were so strong. That was the fun part to be like singing with
Oh,
like
I'm sure.
strong male
Booming.
singers. Wow, it's fantastic, fantastic.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
so
Well,
yeah, that's my story. That's my
oh my
story.
goodness. Is
Princess
there a
Delicious.
link? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt. Go
I said
ahead.
that's my story from Princess Delicious.
I'm like, for Princess Delicious, this is what happened. This is
Go
okay.
ahead.
Is
What
there
were
a
you
link?
saying?
You're going to give us a link so we can post it?
For what? For which?
What you did? Is there any footage or anything just yet?
I don't
Or
think so, just because they sell the show, right? But if anything comes out, I will definitely let y'all know. But
please do, please do. I want
mhm,
everyone to
mhm.
see what you're doing, and you're out there, and it's like you could be
Yeah,
artistic and be a nerd and be
absolutely.
Princess Delicious. So anyway, Okay. We got
Yeah.
that. We got that. We got
Yeah.
that. Oh, and okay.
Yes.
Next thing,
Hmm.
Loki.
Yes.
Okay.
Brain exploded. Boom. I don't even know.
I didn't expect that ending.
I
I didn't expect it.
now. I mean, how could you? Right?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean,
You could
so
not.
let's start with your overall thoughts of the whole, like
Yeah.
the
Of the
this
whole
whole
series.
series,
Hmm.
and maybe how it elevated the first series because it
Mm.
was two chapters that
Yeah,
worked
for sure.
together.
For sure. I don't know. I feel like the tone for this second season was totally different from the first season. Obviously,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, definitely more like I know we talked about this before, where Loki is definitely more the hero. You know, like he's solidly in that role. It's like we were wondering if he was going to shift at some point to, going back to being causing mischief. But obviously,
Mm-hmm.
as we see with this arc, that it's completely renewed. Like he's completely remade. He is now another someone else, another
Right.
entity.
You're
Um,
right.
and it's cool to see also like the big piece for him. Like it was like he made friendships. Like they built like this family of people that he cared about. And he actually felt compelled to do something about it, even though in his past with his actual like parents, not so much. But we all have maybe our family that we
Yeah.
we make, that we find, that we build. So yeah, he had more of a heart for this new family and wanting to save them. So yeah,
I love I
my
loved
brain
it.
exploded at the end though, for sure. I was like, what
Um,
is
um,
happening?
I was just like sitting here like this.
Right, right. Wait, wait.
It was so
He's
good. Oh, oh,
oh.
we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna
Yes.
do it this way.
Although part of me
Okay.
felt that way because, especially with over and over again, and it wasn't working. I was like, he's got to be the one.
Yeah.
He's got to be the
He's
one.
the only one because he was like
Yeah.
time slipping. And by the way, spoiler alert.
All
And
spoiled. Yeah.
we've like told y'all before, if we're
Hmm.
discussing it,
Hmm.
we're not holding back. We're just gonna go ahead and say
That's right.
our feelings,
Yeah.
and we're gonna spoil it. I almost said accidentally, but there is no accident because we talk about it in its own purpose.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Merry
That's right.
Christmas.
That's
That's your
very
gift.
good. Break it down for us. What are your
Right. And
how
break
do you
it down.
break it down? Break it down.
So, and anything else? I didn't want to like stop you.
No, no, you go. We can bounce it back and forth. So go ahead.
Overall thought,
Hmm.
it was fantastic.
Hmm. Hmm.
And what it did, I love the first
Yeah,
season.
definitely.
This elevated it.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
elevated it. It made all of it, and it just came together, and it made sense.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
two different feels.
definitely.
It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna do what's in one, but we have to have the same feeling. No,
Hmm.
you don't
Hmm.
have to do that. You can continue the story, and it can be different.
Yeah,
It can have a
right.
different feel.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I just absolutely loved it. I loved the thought that was put into it.
Definitely.
And I
Hmm.
loved how they incorporated Jonathan Major's character,
Hmm.
Victor Timely, as
Hmm.
well as He Who Remains.
Right, right.
And that man is talented. I'm
Yes, you
sorry.
were correct. I know.
He is so
I know.
talented.
Definitely.
And, if this stuff is true, which I really hope it isn't,
Yes, I
um,
really hope so too.
you know,
Yeah,
Marvel needs to do what they need to do.
absolutely, for sure.
You know,
Hmm.
because if these charges are real, I'm like, no, come on,
Right. We
you know
you
better than this.
know we shall see. We hope so.
But
So yeah, definitely. That there was definitely a richness of the story. Like the characters were there was so much texture for everyone. You know, you get to see everyone, like the folks that went back to see who they were.
the
You know,
variants
that
to see
impact
who they used to
who they
be.
used to be, like,
Yeah, I love that.
or they technically are still, but in another universe.
And another
You know
thing.
what I mean?
Well,
Like, they're still
it
there.
bled,
This is not this version, right? I don't know. Yeah.
it bled through because they got their mind erased.
Yeah.
Remember at that
Right.
one
Yeah.
point, He Who Remains is just like, even with Ravana Renslayer, he
Mm-hmm.
was just like, go do
Right.
this, that, and the other. And then it was him, and he was just like, I don't really want to do this, but it
Yeah.
needs to happen. But there, doesn't that say something about the human soul? It's
Mm-hmm.
like, because it bled through,
Yeah.
like who
Right.
they
Right. It was
actually
still
are.
echoes of that. Right. They were still
Right.
in that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I love that. And
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing who they used to be. And that just, I don't know, that just kind of made me
I
happy.
know. That's
Um,
that was great. Ravana, though, I mean, Renslayer, she's intense. That one.
yeah.
She real intense because that was definitely a dark scene.
Yeah.
Uh, that was
Can
dark.
we talk about Miss Minutes?
Oh yeah, we talked about her a little last time. I was
Yeah.
like, that's all
Can
I
we?
had to say was Miss Minutes last time because I was like, oh my girl, seriously, she cuckoo,
She had lost it.
she could go banana pants.
Right. And I love, like, at the end, they go like
Mhm.
this, like, is she gonna like go crazy again and do this?
Yeah, right. They were
It's
like,
like,
is she, right, exactly. They were like, is she good? They're like, yeah,
and
because
Bowie was like this. I don't know.
right.
I'm just trying
She
to
still
program
has
it.
she still has free will. Oh my
It's
god.
just, oh
Yeah.
my
Ooh,
god, like,
that was something. But yeah, it was just great. I mean, and it's totally these offshoot stories, or they feel like, these series are so rich and such a different perspective than you got from the movie. So it's just so interesting to see how they're like remaking these characters. 'Cause technically Loki was done, right? Like he was complete in the movies, right? But now,
yeah, no, he. And spoiler alert, in Endgame, he got killed by Thanos. Thanos snapped his neck. That was
right?
the
So
end of
it's done,
that Loki.
right?
But like when the Avengers went back,
See, that always gets me. This
yeah,
is when my brain starts to spin.
they messed up, and he
Mhm.
grabbed it, the
Right?
Tesseract, and he
That's
knows
all
how to
right.
use it, and he's
Right.
just like, I'm out of here,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
that's the beginning of Loki, the
A
TV
series.
series.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm saying that was the series had to recreate how can we continue this story because in the movie
exactly, because
you're
you're
keeping it
dead.
back. He's dead. Yeah. Right.
But the Avengers had to go back in time and get certain things,
The going
and
back in time messes me up.
yeah,
I'm like,
and
where
that's
are we now?
why. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, no, just saying when they or the time slipping, right? Because I'm just like, where are we now? That's also why
Right.
my brain was exploding with the last. I was like, okay, are we in the future? Are we in the past?
I
Like, what's
love how they
happening?
did that.
Yeah,
I
that's great.
loved like how they did it and how it all kind of stitched
Okay, the
together and made
visuals for
sense. Yeah.
when everything's it always remind the never ending story, like the nothing, like when things are going to nothing. But how they did the visuals with the threads was gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Yeah. Like it's like you will turn this spaghetti.
Pretty much, but multicolored for spaghetti. It's
I'm
quite pretty.
sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't, like, every time he came on screen, like I had like this big smile and grin on my face because he was so much fun,
Hmm.
in this, and
Yeah, definitely. Oh
especially,
my gosh, his signature like hair
yeah,
flip.
it's like he's like, and we're all gonna die, but he says it in such a way where it's like it's really nice and it's not supposed to be oh my God, you said it in such a scary way. He's like, we're all going to die. So with this dial,
Oh,
we
you're
can.
talking about Obi. Oh, you're talking about Obi. Okay, I'm sorry. I talked about
Yeah,
Loki. I
Moby,
was like,
not Mobius.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, Moby,
talking about
Moby.
we're
Yeah,
talking about Obi.
I
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
He
Yeah.
was he
Oh no,
was
he's
super cute.
great. He's so great. That was so. It's so fun to see him blossoming again. Just awesome. Hmm.
Let me see. And I wanted to say, so it made complete sense now.
Hmm.
Um, well, it kind of made sense a little bit, but this kind of brought it home. Um, that remember when Loki got in front of the judge for the first time,
Yeah. Hmm.
and he's like, "Well, why don't you go after Avengers? They went through time. They did these things."
Mm.
And she's like, "No, that's supposed to happen."
Oh, good
It
point.
did. It did so that they could get that Loki.
Yeah. Wow.
I see.
Mm.
Everyone's like, "Ooh, Marvel's gonna die," and like that. I'm like,
Really?
what are you talking about?
Oh my
It's just.
gosh, are you kidding me? I
I'm
was
like,
looking back and seeing like it's just the sheer amount of content that has been produced just in this past couple of
mm-hmm,
years. It's like,
mm-hmm,
I don't think so. And there's just the space for recreation,
yeah.
being more
I,
creative.
I think it's
Really,
silly.
I mean, it's fine. People again, we all, as we say, everyone can have their opinion, and that's their business.
Right.
That's their business.
Well, isn't this true, just like in general, that people love a good stories because stories, we're going to talk about Loki and his movie,
Yes, yes.
but people love stories. And
Hmm.
I'm still kind of talking about like Marvel
Hmm.
a little
Yeah,
bit, but
right.
they like to see someone up here. They like to see him fall,
Mm-hmm.
and they like to see him get back up and
Mm-hmm.
get back up here.
Right.
And it just seems like that's where Marvel is right now. Because I mean, let's look at it. We're not in Phase 5 yet. I mean, let's look at
Hmm.
Spider-Man: No
Yeah.
Way Home.
Mm-hmm. That's.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's look at what else is really good in
Phase five.
Phase 4. Or we're not
I
in
mean,
Phase 5
four.
yet.
Sorry. No, brain. Shoot. I need the list in front of me because there's just so much.
So Spider-Man: No Way Home was really good,
It was great.
and
I feel like the story, the series have been really strong. You know, the TV series.
yeah, and people hark on Secret Invasion. You know,
I
people are
mean,
so. It wasn't super great, but
yeah.
like we talked about before, look,
Hmm.
this is Nick Fury's story
Yeah.
mostly about
Right.
his wife, him and his wife,
Hmm. Hmm.
and how they got reconnected. And
Right.
I focused on that, and of course on the English spy who is kind of the Nick Fury version in England. I love her.
Mm.
Love her
Oh
so
yeah.
she
She's amazing.
was
She's
so
hilarious.
much to it.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's
It's
the thing
like,
too. Like, especially, I want to speak a little bit about the current film that just came out, but it's like they change, like they shift. It's like this one is real serious, dramatic, and then there'll be one that's kind of like it's fluffy. It's a bit more fluffy, but you know what I mean.
yeah, they
Just
changed the whole
yeah,
feeling.
it's
Miss Marvel.
you
Miss Marvel was good.
know the
So
Marvels, the Marvels. Oh, Miss Marvel, yes.
yeah,
Okay, yes.
yeah.
I
The
and I
TV
didn't.
series.
I
The
need to go
TV
back
series.
and
Mhm.
yes, right, right, right.
But
I
let's
know. I need to go back and finish that.
let's finish up Loki. So we both know that
Okay.
Loki went from the god of lies and mischief to the god of stories,
Hmm.
which has happened in the comic books, and he's
Okay.
super powerful. And
Obviously, like seriously.
when
Whoa.
how did you feel about him going time slipping back and forth, going to certain things, And Mobius had that talk with him, and
Mm-hmm.
he Loki always wanted his throne. He always wanted to be a leader, and Mobius broke
Mm-hmm.
it down for him. He's like, "This is not what you think, and you're gonna
Yeah.
have to give up things
Right.
if you really want that throne. If you really want to help people,
Right.
you're gonna have to give something up.
There will be sacrifice. Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
there will be consequence." And
Mm.
it wasn't what I was expecting.
No.
And he did this for all of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
He did.
it made me, I'm
I mean,
glad
that's
that he
leadership,
did it.
right? When it's not about you anymore, right? You
Yeah.
do it anyway.
It just kind of broke my heart that he did all of this for his friends.
Mm.
It doesn't seem like it right now that he
Mm-hmm.
could be around them
No.
because they became his family,
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, and he
Mhm.
just, you know, evolved into,
He has
you know,
evolved. Absolutely.
the god of stories,
Yeah. Yeah. He's
you know.
holding the universe together, basically, at this point.
Yeah, and
It's kind of a
he
big leap.
destroyed the loom. He
I
destroyed the
mean,
loom,
he is the
and
loop. He
then
is it.
he is the loom
He's the
now,
loop.
and
Mm-hmm.
he is like holding all this together. But
Yeah. Yeah.
how did that make you feel? And then we need to go to talk about the Marvels after
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. No, I thought it was perfect. Like it had to be done. It was definitely pushing towards that because like I mean he spent centuries trying to figure something out. It still doesn't work. You know, the common denominator was obvious. It was like it has to be you. Like you're trying to make it fit in the other way, and it's never gonna work. Like it has to be
Right.
you. So it just took him a while to get to that, to come to
Yeah.
that centuries of learning. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a commitment. And he's like, I'll try again and again and again and again. No.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Oh
oh,
my god.
now I know what I'm supposed to do. Right.
I love it. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. And those
Yeah.
realizations,
Mm-hmm.
when people, even in life, they keep doing the same thing, you know,
Definitely. For sure.
and at one point they're doing the same thing and something
Mm-hmm.
different happens and they're
Yeah.
like, uh,
Right. I mean,
okay.
also the fact that he was absolutely not willing to kill Sylvie. Like that was not an option. Right. Whereas in the past, he would kill
Yeah.
somebody.
He
Right. But
would
now
have just killed them.
he's like, no,
Right.
I have to find a way around this. That was really the motivator was like, that is not acceptable to me.
I love that he found the third way. And a lot of people, especially like in our profession as
Mm-hmm.
event planners, they always want to go, it's either this or this. I'm like, no, no, it doesn't have to be that way.
Right.
You want it to be black and white. But
Mm-hmm.
let's look at the gray
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes
And
that is the bridge of
mm-hmm.
coming, together and having, what do you call it? Both of you get what you want, but both of you don't get what you want at the same time. You
Mm-hmm.
come together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
anyway, I love that he did that. And from
Mm-hmm.
that, he blew up the loom and became the loom.
And now
And
he is so it's like with the hero arc obviously it's like he has to believe in himself and then he has to go through the trials right to prepare him for the role that he's going to become. So
right.
that's all of that for
Well,
sure.
and it did.
For
It
that.
did. And he's holding
Mhm.
it all together right now. And anyway, it just makes me sad. I feel like he's alone right now, but we don't know,
Yeah.
because this whole saga, the multiverse, whatever
Yeah.
saga, it's not over yet. And we
Oh my
don't
gosh,
know.
no. The multiverse for sure is like everywhere.
But
Which
okay, so
yes. I
saying
love
all of that,
yes.
let's go to the Marvels real
Okay.
quick.
Real quick.
Give us your take on it.
All right.
Spoiler alert.
First of all, y'all know that we love to go to the Alamo. And I'm so grateful for the Alamo because they always
Thank
give you a
you.
recap
Right.
before the movie
Emily,
you're
we
gonna
love
watch.
you.
Okay, we love the Alamo and your chocolate chip cookies are a problem
Hmm.
for me right now. Okay. Anyway, so so I had seen Vision, WandaVision, and
Miss
Captain
Marvel, the
Marvel.
series.
Yes, and then but I hadn't seen Miss Marvel. No, I hadn't seen all of Miss Marvel, the series.
Oh,
So they gave
okay.
me the full recap. So I was like, all right, I'm caught up now, right? So
Yeah, they really did.
they
From
did.
yeah,
Alamo is
they did that.
so good
So
with that. I will say so that this is a significantly shorter film, which is, I mean, we're so like used to like, all right, 2 hours, we're going in, we're gonna hunker down, and we're gonna stay for all the credits, like that. So this, I felt like the pace of this was fast. So I think that was the main feel of that, the feel of the film, that it was things were moving very, very quickly.
okay,
So I do feel like I do need to go back and like take it all in again, because I know there was a lot I missed just because it just goes by fast.
right.
I did love the three of them together. It was very fun.
I thought
I
it was good. It was
Yeah,
a good choice.
it was fun, and it's fun how they learn they have to work together because they keep switching roles because when they use their powers. So that was cool to see that. Kamala is awesome. She's very fun.
I heard she
Fangirling.
stole it. I heard she stole it.
She's very solid. She's definitely solid in her role, especially at this being like now she's going from a small screen to a big screen. That was
Right.
That's tremendous. That she
I
was just
love
like
I
she's like
love
solidly
that.
like I'm holding space. Like I am I will say it's more fluffy though, like in terms of like content. There's a lot more like silly bits, which is fine. Obviously, is the world where everyone sings. Do you know about this? I'm sorry, that's a spoiler.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Like I said, people
Aladdin. Is it Aladdin? I think.
keep going.
Anyway, first of all, okay, so I love it because obviously it's a musical planet, and then the prince he's quite lovely.
Yeah. So you did. So you
I was
did
like
that part. Well, I heard some people say it was just like
I did. I mean, it's not for everybody. Oh no, I loved it. But you know what? It's kind of like
you
when we
loved
had,
it.
yeah,
but some people
when they have the musical episode.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I think part of the reason why it's needless is because it went by so fast, right? And then we never kind of go back to it. Okay. I loved it. It was like, beautiful, and obviously the musicality of it as well, and the prince, fun. But that was fun.
I heard. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I heard Monica. She was in it, and she had some great, but she wasn't like in it. Like Miss Marvel, and that kind of breaks my heart. Not just because she's a beautiful Black woman, but it just breaks my heart because of WandaVision, and I just wanted to see more of her, and I'm like, okay, now she can control her powers, and stuff. Right. And I heard it was beautiful when she did do it.
Yes,
and
definitely. Yeah, I'll say that you don't have a lot of time with any one of them to kind of like develop them out. She does get a little bit when it's like relating to her relationship with Carol, her aunt, and then also her mom. But it's not, again, it's everything moves so fast. There's not a whole lot of time for the characters to be like teased out a bit more. That's the only thing. I think it's just like it's super fast, and then you also at the end feel like, okay, where are we going with this? Like
the pacing. It sounds like the pacing was.
I mean, and I think it's because maybe they were just like, we want this movie to be this, amount of time. The pacing, and also just I felt like I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, how is this leading us to the next thing? I just felt a little bit like unclear about that. We're in it. She's now. No, wait. I'm not going to say that part because I was about to just spoil the whole thing. But other than the ending and how we end up,
mid-credit ending. Are there two? How many?
Oh yeah, the mid-credit.
Okay.
So the mid credit, and then you're
Did they
like,
have three or two or?
they only had one, and then I had read somewhere that there was like, if you wait to the end, there's a fun thing, and it really wasn't. It was just like
It was silly.
an audio thing. I waited to the end though. I was like, everybody left. I was like,
Okay,
y'all go ahead. I'm waiting. I will wait.
but one is really important,
Yes.
um, and it's setting up what everybody's been wanting,
Okay.
um, because
Oh,
everyone wants to see a certain team
right. Yes.
um, get here,
I
you know.
okay. Okay.
So that's
Hmm.
it. It kind of showed that, and I was
Okay.
like, okay, all right, we're
Yeah.
moving forward on this thing.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
But it just
yeah,
felt like we shot. I don't know. I think it's just I need to go back and watch it again. But it did feel
yeah,
like I was just like, woo. Okay. Wait. What? What just happened?
yeah. I will say this. I heard what kind of tied it together is when they did that brain thing, and that, um, I guess, the exposition of it, and just everyone just kind of knowing each other and
Yeah,
what
but it
each
was
other
more.
is
It
up
definitely
to.
was more on Carol and Monica's side than Kamala, because that
It
was
seemed
more
like Kamala
for
was
their
like the
story.
glue to kind of bring them back
She
together.
was she was definitely like the mediator. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
but
being
it,
strong.
it kind of made me sad. I'm just gonna say in
Yeah.
WandaVision when they were plotting it out and everything, and they're like, "Well, Miss Marvel could
Mhm.
have just destroyed Thanos," and she's just like, "Maybe," and it's like, "Ooh, why you so sour?" you know,
That's right. That's what
and
we're dealing with. We're
you
like
see
working,
it.
still working. That. Mhm.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
see it, and it's about
Yeah.
during the blip or
Mhm.
the dusting or whatever people want to call it.
Yeah.
Um, oh my God, and that whole memory thing,
Yeah.
that's when she got some answers. And
She
then
did.
it's like,
She did.
oh, Lord, okay, all
But it
right.
was a lot, though. It was a lot all at once, though, too. It was just kind of like,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah,
Again, everything was like, and we're moving, and we're sharing this, and
yeah.
and we're trying to
I
save
know
the
it's
world, and
just,
we got somebody trying
it's
to
like,
kill us.
slow down.
Yeah.
Come on, give me some pacing. Just slow it down a little bit.
But I
Okay,
mean, obviously, if they were like, we want this to be an hour 45, and that's it, that's all you got. That's what you got to work with.
that is so. That's for
And I
another.
see now.
It boggles my mind that it
Hmm.
was that short, and it wasn't them. It
No,
wasn't them,
no,
and I heard the acting was superb,
for sure, no doubt.
and but the script. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't bad. So how about this? We're gonna
Yeah,
end it
yeah.
on between 1 to 10, a scale of
Hmm.
1 to 10. What would you give it?
I'll give it an 8, probably, just because I'm
That's
being
a high
kind.
score.
It is high. It's high just because I can't discount. There's so many good things about it. I
Mhm.
mean, but yeah, it's definitely. I still felt like I was like, I wasn't
Yeah.
like wow, right? And that's the hard contrast when you have like a Loki where it's just like so rich and the writing is so powerful, and then this was kind of like, I mean, it was cute. It was cute. It
Yeah.
was kind of cute, you know.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the thing.
I just heard like them all together. It was just super fun.
Yeah,
And
definitely is
I
fun.
love that they changed it because it was supposed to be Captain Marvel 2. And then they're just like,
Oh,
no,
we're all in
we,
this together.
yeah, she needs some partners. And I see that
Mhm.
because of the Captain Marvel movie.
Mhm.
I feel when she was at her best
Mhm.
is when she was around others.
Mhm.
And
Right.
she fed off their energy, they
Yeah.
fed off hers, and it was back and forth. And I hear like this is really good, like
Yeah.
about everyone feeding off of everyone's energy
Right. Right.
and what have you. Even Nick Fury, no,
No, I was just saying he's hilarious. He's ridiculous in this. He's very like silly in this one for sure.
but we have to talk about this another time because we got
Okay.
to go.
Yes.
Is that people were upset about how he was. They're like, how can he go from this serious, sad person in Secret Invasion and be this jokey person in this movie?
Hmm.
And one of the people I was just kind of like looking at, he goes, "This is the order it
Yeah.
should go in. It should go Captain Marvel first, and then Secret Invasion."
Mm.
It's like this from happy to sad. So even though that's not how it is, because they go into like the whole I know happy sad. Anyway, we gotta go. We love you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Because we can
Yeah.
stay here forever.
Well, yes.
Uh,
Anyway, and that was trying. I
but
was trying to be high level, but anyway, we
right,
caught.
but it's like, well,
We,
okay,
we,
8 is good. All right. I'm
yeah,
loving that.
yeah. You can
So,
tell it because people put their heart
okay, well,
into it.
we
So
gotta say goodbye. We gotta say goodbye. So,
farewell from Princess Delusion.
bye, everyone. We will see you
Yes.
on the next one.
Yes.
Bye.
Time.